And I think it's like you were looking to have an experience, and when you'd given up trying, only then could the experience manifest for you.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head, as they say, in the sense that it happened to me a few times since then. Is that I call them charismatic questions or magnetic questions come up for me, and it's a question that I don't even understand why I'm asking it, or what is it about it, such as who am I, or what am I doing here, which kind of defies logic, doesn't make sense. I don't really understand what does this question even mean, and but something about it pulls me and attracts me like a magnet, and I can't leave it, and the question starts working on me. And when something like this happened, and it happened a few times in my life, so, for example, with these questions such as who am I and what am I doing here, and I think usually I start by trying to answer them with my rational, conceptual, logical mind. And then at some point I realized that's completely off the point. Even if I could answer them, that the answer wouldn't be what I'm looking for. So I have to drop this way of, I basically have to open myself to knowledge or understanding or insight that's not coming from my rational mind. And then something is revealed. And so that's a pattern that I see in my life, a charismatic or magnetic question that I submit to or give myself to, and that opens a door for an insight that is not coming from the rational linear thinking.
Our own teacher's teacher refers to questions like that as centrum of gravity questions, and it's definitely a form. I think of the questions as antenna. They don't there's no answering the question. It's simply a way of tuning into a something. And then I love the way you say that it just works on you.
Yeah.
It kind of dissolves from within, and something shifts.
Well, I'm studying over the last few months or half a year now. I've been studying Eugene Gendlin's philosophy, and particularly focusing and thinking at the edge. And I realized that behind these questions there is knowledge. So but it's knowledge that is not accessible to us or accessible to our normal way of thinking. So where these questions come from, the answer is already there. But it appears to us as some paradox or a question, illogical question, and it's calling us. It's calling our attention to the place where the question came from, which is knowledge that is already unformed, unverbalized, that already exists in us. And that's an interesting way of looking at it, I think, is to realize that these questions are actually coming from the place of where the answers already are, or where the knowledge already exists. And they're just calling our attention in that direction. Does that make sense?